Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, depending on where you are watching us from. I'm Orji, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel and also click on the bell icon to get our updates anytime it drops. They don't think about the development of their states. A former Minister of Power, Professor Ndigbo, has said governance of the Southeast region of Nigeria constitutes major stumbling block to the economic and regional integration of their states. Ndigbo stated this on Monday at the unveiling of the Business Environment Competitiveness across Nigerian states for BECANS4 survey report in Enugu State by the African Heritage Institution, formerly the African Institute for Applied Economics. The former Vice Chancellor of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka UNN, while delivering his keynote address, alleged that the governors, rather than working together to maximize the abundant natural and human resources in the region, were busy amassing wealth for themselves. His words: they don't think about the development of their states. They only think about how to secure second tenure, how to become an Igbo president. It's how much can I get? How much can I amass? How much can I acquire within 8 years period? They don't realize that because of the massive corruption we have in our land, one day there might be a revolution and everything they have acquired will be destroyed in the process. If our governors will be sensible enough to see Igbo phenomenon as a principle for existence and survival, they will do better. How often do they come together to strategize? They should avoid selfishness and self-centeredness that will destroy them and the state they are presiding over. Well, I want to add that the claim that the Southeast region, comprising of mainly Ndigbo, is marginalized by the federal government is actually correct. However, the majority of the blame why Southeast is not working or becoming what it is supposed to be should go to the governors and other political leaders of the zone. Federal government disburses huge billions of naira to the state governments in the name of monthly allocations, security votes, and occasionally they get grants. Most of the states received billions of naira from Paris crop refund recently. Aside this, the state makes money from internally generated revenues. This is enough to fix any of our Southeast states if the leaders would sincerely work with the money in their coffers. There are a lot to fix if they can even put the money coming to the state in use. Igbo land can be developed like developed countries with that alone. So before you blame the federal government, start with the state and local government levels. Lots of money are being cornered into bank accounts rather than to the field where they are needed to facilitate projects. So it's enough for us to, it's not okay for us to just blame the federal government. We want Biafra. Biafra is good, but it's because of, some people are saying the federal government marginalizes us. The main marginalization is in our state level, let me tell you. Court gives verdicts as Nigerian University withdraws degree certificate from prominent former governor. Senator Orji Kalu has again lost the bid to get his bachelor's degree certificate from Abia State University restored. The state university has withdrawn the certificate from the former governor over allegations of fraud and breach of admission regulations. Though Kalu got a favorable judgment at the High Court, the appeal court in Owerri nullified the judgment on the ground that the lower court lacked jurisdiction over the matter. Owerri, Imo State. A court of appeal sitting in Owerri, Imo State on Tuesday, November 30, upheld the withdrawal of a bachelor's degree certificate of former governor of Abia State, Senator Orji Kalu, by the state university. Channel TV reports that the presiding judge, Justice Oloduton Adefope Okoje, nullified the judgment of a high court which had restored the bachelor's degree certificate of the former governor. It was gathered that the state university had in 2013 withdrawn Kalu's certificate over allegations of fraud and breach of admission regulations concerning his graduation. However, the former governor, who is now a serving senator, later approached a state high court in Isukwato in Abia State to challenge the allegations and the subsequent withdrawal of his degree by the university. Ruling in favor of the Abia State University, the appeal court held that the state high court in Isukwato lacked jurisdiction over the matter. Justice Adefope Okogie, in her verdict, said that the Isukwato High Court has no jurisdiction to preside over the certificate issue. According to a report on the Punch, the appellate court held that Senator Kalu ought to have exhausted all the remedies available to him before approaching the court to challenge the decision of the Senate of Abia State University to strip him of the degree certificate. This case of Orji Kalu has to do with malpractices in the educational system. It's like he tried to get it through the Wuru method. But I would like to use it for an illustration. I want to speak to certain people because our Igbo society has chosen money more than anything. They also attempt to use this money to buy fame, titles, and good names. This also reminds me of how people who plundered their communities would later go to the same places to be awarded honors, titles, good names. This time around, they would want to get it at all costs. I know people in the society who love to be called man of the people, but wouldn't do what would make them deserving of such names. That is very wicked and also evil. Why not then build that community boreholes, repair the roads, and build free schools? Help the community in any way you can. Do that thing that will attract the name rather than meeting the traditional rulers to buy the titles with money. Whatever you want, work for it and stop cutting corners. So I liken this former Governor Orji Kalu's certificate denial to what is happening in the society. Before we go, Charity Madoka, wife of Coscharis, is dead. Mrs. Charity Madoka, wife of the Nigeria billionaire businessman, president and chairman of Coscharis Group, Cosmas Madoka, is dead. Although we are bringing this report late. According to a close family source, Mr. Madoka died on Sunday afternoon after suffering stroke. She died in Ndigbo, where she went with her husband to attend a function. Her family revealed they are still shocked as her death was sudden and unexpected. Mrs. Charity N. Madoka was the vice president of Coscharis Group since its inception as a co-owner of the company and was very instrumental to the success of her husband. Yeah, her husband always said her wife had been instrumental and they co-own the company. Condolences to the Madoka family. May her soul rest in peace. This is where we round up and we'll say bye for now.